Basically, why I got polio was probably due to my parents' oversight, because they were maybe on they were traveling and all that, so they didn't have time to actually vaccinate me and all that against polio. And even in Malaysia, when you say eradicated, uh, you'll be surprised that I've met a few. Somebody who's 25 years old, a Malaysian citizen who has polio, and I met him when we were traveling on a pilgrimage. He was on crutches, he was he had the same affliction on both legs. And he was only 25 when I asked him what happened. And he said it was an oversight by his parents. And his parents are Malaysian. And this was in the year 2005. And he was only 25. That shows that, you have to inform. Sometimes you have to tell them. Sometimes if you think that immunization is like common sense, like most of the time when you have a baby, it says, okay, the first thing you must do, you must immunize against this disease, that disease, and all that. We must have some form of communication to these people to tell them to get immunized. The children against all the diseases that can be immunized, even like things like not even polio, like smallpox, chicken pox, cervical cancer, and so on. You see. Would you like your children to be like I am now? When I was in the teens, I can walk, right? In my 20s, I use a walking stick. In my 30s, I have to use one crutch. In my 40s, I have to use both crutches. And finally, when I'm in the 50s, on a wheelchair. So would you like this to happen to your children? Fortunately for my parents, that I become independent, that I can find work and feed my family and so on, and be independent of my parents. But if you have somebody who is not that strong enough, they might be dependent on the parents for life, which is, I think, it's a very sad situation for the children and also for the parents.